To all the women who feel like they have to be okay, even when they're not, have you ever had a moment where you almost broke down, but you held it in? Not because you could, but because you felt like you had to. So you swallowed it. You wiped your tears. You told yourself, later. And then you went back to being strong again. Back to being the one everyone depends on. The one who doesn't fall apart. The one who keeps everything running. The one who always shows up, no matter how she feels. And you've done it for so long that now people don't even question it. They just assume you're okay. But you're not always okay. And that doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Look at these women. Before they sit in that chair, before anything changes, look at their faces. There's a story there, a quiet one, the kind that doesn't get told out loud. It's the story of a woman who kept everything together while slowly losing pieces of herself. One of these women hasn't done something just for herself in years. Years. Not because she didn't want to, but because every time she tried, something else came first. Someone else needed her more. So she chose them, again and again, until one day she stopped choosing herself at all. And that's how it happens. Not suddenly, but slowly, in small moments. 1,000 times you say, "I'll wait," until waiting becomes your life. But then something changes. She sits in that chair, and it looks like a small thing, just a moment, just a choice. But it's not small, because this time she didn't push it aside. This time she chose herself. And at first, it feels unfamiliar. You can see it, that hesitation, that quiet guilt. Like she's thinking, do I really deserve this? But she stays, and that one decision begins to change everything. The stylist starts, the scissors move, and slowly, something deeper begins to fall away. Not just hair, but the weight she's been carrying, the pressure, the exhaustion, the silent feeling of being unseen. You can see it. Her face softens, her shoulders relax, her eyes begin to change, that light slowly coming back. And then the tears, not because of how she looks, but because of how she feels. Because in that moment, she realizes something she forgot. She matters, not just as a mother, not just as a wife, not just as someone who gives, but as herself. She deserves care. She deserves time. She deserves to feel beautiful without needing a reason. And sometimes that realization is overwhelming because you don't realize how long you've been invisible until you finally feel seen. And then comes the moment. The mirror. The chair turns. She looks at herself, really looks, and everything becomes still. Because the woman looking back at her doesn't look lost anymore. She looks alive. She looks present. She looks like someone who came back to herself. And then she smiles. A real smile. The kind that says, I'm still here. Because that's what this really is. Not just a makeover, a return. A woman finding her way back after being lost in everyone else's life. And maybe, as you're watching this, you feel something in your chest. Because you understand. Because you've been there. Or maybe you're still there. Being strong. Being everything for everyone, but quietly losing yourself. So hear this. You don't have to keep holding everything in. You don't have to pretend you're okay all the time. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to choose yourself. Not later, not when everything is done. Now. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove anything. You already deserve it. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be small. One moment, one breath, one choice that says, I deserve to feel like me again. Because every time you choose yourself, you come back. Slowly, gently, but truly. Look at these women one more time. Look at their eyes, that light, that softness, that quiet confidence. That's not just a transformation. That's a woman remembering she still exists, beyond what she gives. And the truth is, that woman is still inside you too. Not gone, not broken, just waiting. Waiting for you to see her again. Waiting for you to choose her again. So maybe today, you don't change everything. Maybe today, you just stop. You breathe. You look at yourself, and this time, you don't hold it in. You let yourself feel. And then, you finally choose you.